Hey, Kerry Cano back with you again for local social groups. I want to cover email marketing service providers. Now, many of you are familiar with what they are, what they do, and they also go by the nickname autoresponder, right? So if you are very familiar with this, please skip this section. This is I put this in here to make sure I covered all my bases, and essentially anyone who doesn't understand what those are, what they do, or how they work, I wanted to cover it briefly here in the training. So that being said, let's move forward. So what is an email marketing service provider? Well, an email marketing service provider allows you to store your list of people's email addresses in their database. Okay, it's a service provided, a web-based service. Using an EMSP or email marketing service provider, it allows you to quickly and easily email everyone on your list anytime you want. Which there's limitations if you use like just Gmail and you have a list of email addresses. I think you can only send up to 500 people at the same time, and it's a pain in the rear because you got to create a carbon copy list and paste all the email addresses in and all this sort of thing. It's just too time consuming, too much work. An EMSP allows you to set up auto response emails to be sent out based on certain criteria. So once someone opts into your list, you may want to have an immediate response sent to them, thanking them for opting in, or whatever, giving them their download immediately, that sort of thing. You don't want to have to be on notice all the time to see, oh, did someone opt in? Okay, they did. Let me email them back quickly with what they've opted in for, because it could be hours or days or something before you realize that someone had entered their email address and wanted to get whatever you have to offer them, which in this case is our freebie or lead magnet. Why use an email marketing service provider? So without an email marketing service provider, you simply cannot effectively email your list, right? That's what we just covered. Without an email marketing service provider, you could not have any emails automatically sent out to recipients, right? Like we talked about immediately after they opt in, or a drip-fed content where basically every couple days they got an email from you regarding something that is why they opted in for to begin with. Also, you want to use an email marketing service provider because it provides analytics and insight to see who is opening and clicking through your emails and if they're getting delivered, and all kinds of other fun information that you wouldn't have otherwise. So how email marketing service providers work. First, once you sign up for an account, you would create a list for each landing page or niche you're working with. Secondly, you would want to attach that list to your landing page form, which can be done so usually through a couple clicks here and there, and some maybe your login and password to your autoresponder account through, like say with ClickFunnels. You can connect it and then simply select which account you want to use and select the list you want to connect to that particular page. Okay, so when someone submits their email address, it's then automatically added to your list. And then third, your new lead will be sent any number of follow-up emails automatically based on various conditions you set, and or which emails you want them to receive. So here's a list of email marketing service providers in case you aren't familiar with who they are or which ones are out there. ActiveCampaign is by far and away the best I've ever used and seen, and is my favorite, and you can get it for as little as $17 a month for up to 500 contacts, which is a really, really reasonable rate. Aweber is another one that I've used for many years and is industry standard. GetResponse is also one of those that popped up a few years, probably good 6-7 years ago now. SendLane's a little bit newer, but they're also a major player. Market Hero is Alex Becker's email marketing service providing autoresponder, very similar to ActiveCampaign, lets you do a lot of the same things that ActiveCampaign does, but I didn't find it as robust to use as ActiveCampaign. And then MailChimp and Constant Contact, they've been around for years. They're real reasonable to use, very simple interfaces, nothing too fancy. On a side note, if you are advanced enough or understand, you can use Amazon Simple Email Service, or SES, and then hook up your own software to utilize that. One of those softwares that works well with Amazon SES is called Sendy. And Sendy is a one-time fee. You pay for it, and you would connect it to Amazon Simple Email Service. And then what happens is when you get billed from Amazon based on how many emails you send, but you get an extremely reasonable rate for those emails that you're mailing, and you just pay for that software one time, and you can use it over and over again. Now, one of the things that, unfortunately, with Sendy, there's other ones out there, but with Sendy you cannot set up auto responses, so it will not send back emails automatically out for you. It's basically more of a broadcast tool where you send out emails when you decide to send out emails, not when someone opts into your list. Okay, so there are other alternatives out there. You definitely can do some Google searching around, but I just wanted to, like I said, many of you already know all this. If you're already watching this point, I hope that it's for the folks that don't understand what those things are and what they can do for you. But if you are watching all the way through this point, I just wanted to make sure that if you didn't understand it, or you are new to this stuff, that you have full understanding. Okay, so I'm going to leave you off here, and we'll speak with you real soon.